Hey guys, welcome back to Ken's Chop Shop. Today in this video, it's going to be a short, kind of quick video of the total cost I have in building this garage. It's a 40 by 60 by 16 red iron steel building. It's from Maverick Steel Buildings down in Jefferson, Georgia, I believe is where they're at. Anyway, I recorded all this and made a really long video. Well, I haven't finished editing it yet, but I realized it was going to be way too long. Most people aren't going to want to watch an hour and 40-minute video, around 30-minute video of me talking about the details of this, but everybody wants to know the price of things. So this is going to be a quick video. If you want to watch the long video, I'm going to have that edited hopefully in the next week or two, and I'll get that posted too, so just keep an eye out for that if you want more details. But this video is going to be a short one. I'm not going to get into a lot of detail about prices and stuff. I'm just going to tell you specific categories and what those prices cost, or what those categories cost me. Hopefully y'all can see this. I don't have a whiteboard. I need to get one. But we have the cost for permits, the building kit itself, the site prep, concrete materials, concrete plus finishing, the rentals, what it cost me to rent all the equipment because I did all this myself. The power company fees from what they charge me to put a new transformer and all that. We'll get into all that stuff, but electrical supplies, door, lumber materials for the mezzanine and finishing these walls, paint, mini splits, the final grade, the stone, dirt, and seed and stuff to finish getting it nice and pretty on the outside, concrete sealer, labor, and the different things I paid the guy, got for the guys while they were helping me, miscellaneous, and then we'll get into the total. But anyway, so let's get started. We'll jump right into it. Y'all already probably not tired of hearing me talk about nothing already. So to start with, the county charged me $2,297 for permits to do this. That was for environmental, for the building side of it. That was their total for all the permits and fees and stuff that they had associated with that. Plus, I had to put a $1,500 erosion bond up because I was disturbing more than 2,500 square foot of soil. That was a whole nother process in itself. Added an extra month or so of waiting for the permits to get approved, but that was another $1,500. So total for that, we're at $3,797. So I'm gonna write that in. So that was the permits. When we get to the end, I'm gonna subtract out the $1,500 because I did get that back, but we're just gonna do the total, what it cost me to get this building going. And then we'll get into where money was saved and that kind of stuff. But anyway, so the building kit itself from Maverick for the 40 by 60 by 16 red iron steel building with a single walk door, the trim for the big door, and gutters, all the metal, all the sheet metal, all the screws, hardware, foam, insulation, which if you can see it in the background, you might not. Oh, you can't see it in this. I've got black insulation on the ceilings. That's R13 or R19 in the ceilings, and R13 white insulation on the walls. You could go with better stuff, but this is what I got. Spray foam would have been better, but wasn't in my budget. So anyway, that total kit was $43,000 delivered to my door. Well, not to my door, but to my street. And then I had to rent a telehandler to unload the truck. We'll get into that later. $43,000. Next we have site prep. That was, I hired some excavators, local guys that, friends of friends, that really good dudes. Anyway, they came out, they took down, I think, 6 trees, hauled all that stuff away, dug up the roots, and then they brought in a bunch of recycled concrete and filled up built up the pad and got that all packed in and backfilled, not backfilled, but built up a dirt berm around the back and side of the building to build my pad up to the height that it needed to be so water wouldn't run into it with the driveway and all that stuff because the yard slopes downward. Anyway, the site prep for them to do all that and get the stuff ready for me to start doing the footers and all that stuff, that was just getting a flat pad. That was $12,000. So the next we have the concrete materials. So the concrete guy I talked to, he said it would be cheaper for me if I dug the footers and put all the rebar and plastic in and got everything prepped and ready to go. That includes the anchor bolts that the building did not come with. I had to supply those myself. So I got the anchor bolts. That's part of this concrete materials list. It was, you know, all the chairs and stuff for the rebar and all that stuff. That price for the concrete materials, I'm in $3,350 or $3,350. So $3,350 on all those materials. The concrete finishing, so the concrete finishers supplied the concrete and then finished it. We're not going to get into what I think about the finishing work, but we're getting into the price of it. We used a lot of concrete because I overdug the footers, all that stuff. That'll all be in the detailed video, or my other videos. You can look back at all that stuff and see that. So the price on the concrete and the finishing work, $24,000. Should have been cheaper, but I'd overdug the footers and we had to use a lot more concrete than was originally estimated. It was mostly my fault. Anyway, that's what happened. $24,000. Not sure why I'm putting change on there, but whatever. Next we have the rentals. Now this includes the telehandler to unload the material the building when it first got here. That was a day rental for a telehandler. There was renting a mini excavator and a bobcat so I could dig the footers and finalize the site prep to get it ready for concrete. There was renting a telehandler to erect the building, 2 scissor lifts for that also, a boom lift for putting the siding and insulation up, and then I continuously rented 1 telehandler for 3 months, I think 3 or 4 months, so I could finish the inside and do all that stuff, and then I believe that was it. So that was all those rentals added up to way more than I thought it was going to be. So where I thought I was saving money in some places, I might have lost some of it in this point. But rentals, and I tried to be as time considered as I could about, renting it for a week and making sure everything I had done was for that week. I'd got everything I needed that piece of equipment for in that week. But anyway, more detail in other videos. The rentals were $12,000. I wish I had a whiteboard. So the next we have power company fees for the power company to run 120 foot of cable underground, upgrade the transformer on the pole, and then tie in. They supplied the meter base, and then for them to tie into the meter base that we installed. The fees from the power company were $2,700. So the next is the electrical supplies. So that was my panel, all the breakers, all the wire, all the lights, all the fans, all the connectors and boxes, everything that has to do with electrical in this shop. Well, I didn't buy these 8-foot LED strip lights that are on the mezzanine. Those were given to me. So we're not going to add that in as a cost because I didn't pay for them. But I did buy extra high bay lights that I had in that area before we built the mezzanine. Anyway, all the electrical supplies, I spent $7,046 on electrical supplies. It's not too bad, all things considered, because I have welder outlets all around the building. I've got 3 welder outlets, 3 welder outlets, a car charger outlet, air compressor outlet, every one of these circuits that you see around the room. Well, not every one of them, but there's a bunch of 20 amp circuits all the way around the building. It's not bad. Anyway, electrical supplies were $7,046. Next is the big garage door. I ordered that through Home Depot, through their Cold Play. They actually do, it's hard to find on their website, but they actually do sell industrial doors through Cold Play. Again, very hard to find on their website to get them ordered, but they do have them. It's a 14x14. It's their highest rated insulation. It's got a medium duty side operated opener. It's got I think it's 4 foot of high lift to get it high lift track or whatever, to get it up higher into the ceiling so it's not hanging down as low when the door opens. That total delivered to the house, I had to install it. Well, I didn't have to. I could have paid them to install it, but I wasn't paying people to do things I can do. The total cost of that door delivered to the house was $5,500. So next we have all the lumber to build the mezzanine, completely frame that up to the point that it is right now, and to frame up the bottom 8-foot walls all the way around this building and put OSB on the walls. That's all the lumber I've used in the building. That's building the staircase, the beams, the posts, all that stuff. Anyway, so the lumber. Oh, and I did buy a couple tools. I bought, all the I was buying all the nails, and nails for a nail gun are very expensive. Anyway, all those materials was $6,275. Not too bad. So next we have paint. That includes the gray oil-based Rust-Oleum paint that I painted all the framework with. This includes the exterior white latex semi-gloss paint that I painted on the walls. I did 3 coats on all the wood. That also includes the same gray, the oil-based gray I used on the posts and beams on the face of this. And then that also includes the semi-gloss. I think it was semi-gloss. I can't remember what it was. It also includes, I think it is semi-gloss. It's a trim paint, black trim paint that I painted the underneath of the ceiling on the mezzanine and painted the handrails up there. I still need to put the cables up, but anyway, we're talking about paint. For the paint, that was right around $800. I bought the cheaper brands of paint, the cheaper lines of paint. I ended up using 3 5-gallon buckets of the white paint to paint the outside, or paint all the white in this building. If I'd have, and I got all this from Home Depot. If I would have used Sherwin-Williams brand paint, I wouldn't have been able to buy 2 5-gallon buckets for $800. They're almost $500 a 5-gallon bucket, where the stuff I got from Home Depot, which is just as good or better, especially in this application, being indoor, using an exterior paint indoors. It was like $130 or $150 for a 5-gallon. I can't remember off the top of my head now, but it's stupid to pay that much money for Sherwin-Williams paint. They're just a ripoff. Anyway, I was $800 in on paint for all that stuff, so let's put that on there. Next we have is the mini splits. I bought 2 Mr. Cool DIY 36,000 BTU mini splits. I installed both of those on the same wall. They're about 9 foot up in the air. I'll do a quick tour of the building real fast after, when we're all done with this, just to kind of show you some of the things that I'm talking about, in case you haven't watched any of the other videos or you don't want to watch the long one, whatever. So those units with the plastic bases to set the outdoor unit on, and the plastic line set covers to cover the line sets on the outside of the building, that total was $5,800. That didn't include the electrical supplies, like the little fuse disconnect that I have outside, the liquid tight, the wiring for that, because that's all part of my electrical supplies. That was just the units, the bases, and the covers, and that was $5,800. Next up we have the final grade. That includes backfilling up against the building, the last little bit, building up around that edge, some more seed, straw, some stone to fill in, or actually stone to cover, the parking areas around the side of the building, or side of the building in the front, to finally finish that out, to blend it back into the old driveway. It's just blue stone. The final price for all that stuff was $2,100. I did all the work myself. I borrowed my neighbor's tractor to spread the stone. $2,100 for that. Something I missed talking about the concrete was the concrete sealer. I bought some cleaners because we had gotten some, grease and oil and stuff on it from the equipment, and tire marks on the floor. So I bought a bunch of different cleaners, trying to clean the floor, and power washed it before I put a sealer on it. I didn't use a typical topical type sealer that just seals the surface that can get scratched off or wore off of it. I used a penetrant style sealer. I can't remember the name right now, but that'll be in the detailed video or the other videos I already have. But that stuff, I put 2 coats of that on, and it works amazing. Oil, just if oil drips on the floor, it kind of beads up like a water bead on glass or something, and it doesn't soak in. When you wipe it up, it'll leave a little teeny dot, but after a couple weeks, that dot disappears. Like, it's just completely disappeared off the floor. So it's done really well for keeping the floor clean. But anyway, I spent $980 on the cleaners and stuff to apply the sealer with, and the sealer itself. I bought 10 gallons of the sealer. I used probably 6.5, 7 of them, or probably about 7 gallons of the sealer. So that was $980. Well worth it. I just wish my concrete was in better shape to have sealed it with, because I need to do something more with concrete. But anyway, that's in the detailed video. So $980. So labor for the guys that helped out, and almost everybody helped out for free. I did give some of the guys gas money for gas for coming over here, and bought them lunch and supplied drinks and whatever the guys wanted. I tried to give to them to show appreciation for their help coming over and helping me. I'll be in debt to these guys forever. I couldn't have done any of this without them. So I spent about $1,000. I probably spent more, but I don't have receipts of any of that kind of stuff, because it was just like buying food at the grocery store. And I did give some of the guys money, like I said, for gas and whatnot. But we'll just say that's $1,000. It was probably more, but we'll just say $1,000. Then I also had miscellaneous stuff, like there's some random tools that I bought, some other random little things that I can't, some of the stuff I just don't remember what I bought. We'll just say there's another $1,000 in miscellaneous things that I did get, because I'm pretty sure there's things I bought that I don't remember. But anyway, we did that. So we'll just say $1,000 for that stuff. So that brings us to the total we have currently. And something I didn't add into the total or into this list, because I put the lift in there. Or did I put the lift? I didn't put the lift. Why didn't I put? Shoot, I messed up on this one. I was supposed to put the lift on there. Let's put that on there real quick, because I've already got my total added up on another board. So, all right. So I forgot to add the lift, and then we can get into the total. The lift, you can kind of see it behind me here. It's a Benpack 10 APX lift. It's one of their newer ones that they just released earlier this year, or sometime in the last year or so. Really nice lift. I haven't used it a whole lot yet, but I really like it. But that's not what we're here about. I've got a video about the lift. But anyway, the lift costs $5,400. We're going to put that on there. I don't know why I keep writing them up too high, but anyway. So that's it for this list. Now, things I didn't put on the list, like the shelves that are on the sidewall over there, about $600 on those shelves, $500 or $600, something like that. I bought those shelves, and then I bought like this big rolling ladder. Spent another $900 on that. But buying that ladder, these aren't in this total price that we're getting ready to get to. But buying that rolling ladder, that saved me from another week of renting a scissor lift with, a week rental plus the delivery fee and pickup fee. I would have been $700. So for $900, I had a ladder that I've done other things. I've raised my ceiling fans up. I used it to paint the face of the mezzanine and put the plywood up top and that kind of stuff. So it's gotten its use. I've gotten my money's worth out of it, just in those couple uses and not having to rent another scissor lift. It is in the way, and I actually have it posted on Marketplace right now to get rid of it, because as useful as it is, it's just in my way. It takes up too much space. Eventually I'd like to find a small single man lift later on. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the total price. The total price with everything written down here is $136,748. So I'm gonna write that down so we can see it. That's $136,748. $36,748. $748.00 minus the $1,500. So that's $135,000, $248. That's the total. So that's the total we have. No, wait. Me and you don't. I do. The total I have in this building is $135,248. Like I said, that doesn't include the shelves, doesn't include the rolling ladder. Those are kind of permanent fixtures of the garage now. That doesn't include, you know, I haven't done the inside of the office yet. I haven't done any of the plumbing out in the yard to connect the building to the house, or to the house and septic. You know, I haven't done any of that stuff yet, so those are all additional costs that are going to add up. I haven't gotten the doors for that, you know, that space. I haven't gotten the door for the where the compressor is underneath the stairs. Like, there's still a lot of stuff I still need to get, but at where we're at right now, where I'm going to do a quick walk around tour of the inside and outside, that's where we're at, $135,248. Like I've got written down here. So for the mezzanine, I've got in another video, I did these, like, I could have bought the Sturdy Built wall 6x6 post brackets to bolt the post to the concrete. Those are $146. At the time I looked them up, they're $146 a piece. I used 10 of them. That's $1,460 I saved by not buying those brackets. That's just the brackets. That's not including shipping them. So it probably would have been, you know, closer to $1,600 or more to get those brackets shipped to me. I had some steel left over from another project that other project paid for that steel. So that was basically, with girl math, that's free steel that I made these brackets out of. So I saved a minimum of $1,460 that I could have added to that price if I had bought those brackets, which I didn't. So there's things that I did that, you know, definitely saved money. There's probably some things, you know, like I said, I overdug the footers, so that cost me money. Some of the rentals didn't work out the way they should have, either because equipment wasn't available when they said it was going to be, so I had to rent a bigger piece of equipment for an additional cost, or that kind of stuff. But that'll be in the detailed video. This is just a quick video. $135,248 is where I'm at. You know, that was with the $1,500 erosion bond that the county gave back to me. But anyway, so let's do a quick walk around tour of the garage real quick, and I'll show you the stuff I was talking about. The garage is a mess right now. All right, so we're going to do a quick little tour of the garage real fast. We'll start inside, and at the door walking in, I'll show you everything downstairs and upstairs, and then I'll go outside and show you the outside real quick. So there's the view when you walk in the door. All the switches are you know, right beside the door. The one remote for the Mr. Cool that's over there is on the wall there. I've got USB A and C outlets all around the building. The garage door opener, I do not have a remote for it. I don't want a remote for it. I only want to be able to control it right here. These are the light switches on dimmers. You know, they're on dimmers. These are the outdoor switches. These are the fans. Each fan's got its own speed controller. Anyway, here's those shelves I was talking about. Oh, I'll show you those when we back up more. But shelves I was talking about. Like I said, garage is a mess. Suburban lawnmowers. I need to fix some stuff on it. So here's the walls. I did 8 foot all the way around. Yeah, 8 foot finished all the way around. That way I could put, you know, the shelves are bolted to the wall, and the framework you can kind of see up top. This is all my wife's stuff. She's got a laser cutter that she's been making all kinds of stuff, but that's pretty neat. But that's all going to go in the other garage once I get some stuff, the rest of the stuff out of there, and get it built out for her new hobby space. Old vintage refrigerator. There's the first mini split. You know, it's cold outside. I've got them set to 62 just to keep a temperature in the garage, you know, not to let it get too cold. There's the Benpack lift, the 10 APX. Love that thing. There's that rolling ladder I was talking about. Definitely saved me a lot of money. Bunch of scrap wood that, well, these aren't. These are going to go in the other garage. A bunch of scrap wood that I've been kind of hanging on to for a bonfire or something. I don't know. I need to get rid of the stuff. There's the unit number 2. You know, all the, you know, bolt bins and storage cabinet. Now, this is all stuff I didn't add into the cost, but these are all things that I've either already had or have bought for the garage. You know, there's my compressor, the panel, so I can get to it. I got another tank that I still need to finish hooking up. You know, I want to plumb the whole garage. This will be kind of like a little metalworking area. I'd like to get in here, I'm going to get rid of this one cabinet because I got a bigger box behind me, and then clean and organize all this stuff. But I'd like to get a Langmuir Crossfire Pro plasma table and put right here. I think that'd be a perfect spot for that thing. Bolt bins, I've got random shit thrown in them right now. I'm slowly trying to get organized. These well, most will go here. There's the US General Series 3 72-inch box with top chest. I got a video of that. My metal table, I got all my flap discs and cut-off discs and sandpapers and stuff on the end of it. I need to make permanent mounts for like the Beverly shear and that kind of stuff. I finished cleaning up this mess because it's a mess. These cabinets, I got these free from work years ago when they were renovating the building. They were throwing all this stuff away, so I got all that stuff. You know, the stainless deep sink, I still got to hook all that up. You know, that's all the plumbing this building has. It goes out of the concrete here, and it goes out of the concrete about 3 feet outside of the wall, and that's it. I still need to tie it into, you know, to the well and the septic, but that's just for another day when I got more money. Leftover materials. But anyway, so there you can see the fans, the high bay lights. They're hyper lights. And coming upstairs, you know, we got, like I said, we got welder outlets all around the building. Coming upstairs, I still need to put the handrail up and put all the cables. I got the cables, stainless steel cables to put in these ones. Like I said, I got these 8-foot fixtures for free. I got one more that needs to come out of the other garage and go up here beside this fan. But here's a better look looking down. Like I say, this area is still not completely I need to put the outlets in. I've got those circuits are ready to be turned on. I'm gonna have them come up, you know, it's not done up here, so there's nobody using it. Here's the office. That'll be the bathroom back there. That'll be a closet in there where I'll probably put the hot water heater and stuff in that closet. You know, again, not finished. There's a storage area up there. It actually has a light for it too. It's 4 foot tall in the front, and it goes down to like 18 inches down in the back, and it's, I think, 12 foot deep. Can't remember. Yeah, I think it's 12 foot, you know, to the back, or to the back of it, just for more storage. But anyway, that's it for now. Like I say, this is the quicker video, it's still going to be 30 minutes or so, because I still probably put in too much detail. But I have a feeling a lot of people aren't going to want to watch an hour and a half or more long video. Right now I've got an hour and 48 minutes of footage that needs to be edited for that one. This one's already creeped up to 40, but I can probably cut, 15 minutes or so out of this one, so we'll see. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe for more stuff like this, and a lot more of the, oh, I forgot to show you all the outside. Shit. Let me hurry up and show you all the outside real quick. So here's the outside of the building. The sun's probably not going to cooperate with us right now. That, and I'm running late for work. But here's the outside. So, the stone I was talking about was all here and out all the way out here. Future project. There's the mini splits. There's the power where the panel is, or the panel and meter base. They trenched it through to that pole over there. This kind of gives you an idea how much we had to build the hill up out here. But eventually I'd like to, this is 30 foot from the corner of the building to this corner out here. Eventually I'd like to put an extension on the building to have another piece, have another building attached to, extend the building out to here. Turn all this parking into indoor space. But yeah, that's it. Let me get back inside. Anyway, so that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to cut this one as short as I can for the people that don't have good, long attention spans and just want to get to the point. There's going to be a longer video for the people that want to know more detail. That one will probably be posted up a couple weeks after this one. Anyway, if you liked what you saw on this one, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. There'll be more stuff garage related on my channel, but a lot of it's going to start going more towards these custom projects like that Hummer outside, stuff like this Suburban. There's going to be a lot of garage related projects, improving things in here because there's a lot to improve still, but yeah, a lot of fabrication stuff. There'll be a lot of cool stuff coming up. Just it's slowly got to get into it. Anyway, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all. And I'll see you on the next one.